What's up, my loves and fellow creatives? Let me know in the chat if y'all can hear me because we're live. We're live in full effect and I'm working on this project here. I'm trying something new. Let me know how you like it. We're going to do a little live design and I want to actually bring on some really special folks that are going to give us a little free game while I design some assets for their business. So we'll get a little Photoshop into some design and maybe even some suggestions that you all have that'll help me in this process. And then we'll also get to hear from some people that are knowledgeable in marketing where y'all told me y'all need help in this marketing space. I need this help as well. So if you all want to see that help, if you want to see the just the most amazing people that I have met in this space. And I want to tell y'all something because in marketing, you can come across some shysters, right? We come across some slick talking and some fast talking folks, but these are people who really care about the people. And this is actually why they aim to not have an agency for advertising, but to teach you how to learn how to do your own advertising so that you're not relying on another source. So just like how my goal is to teach you how to fish and not just necessarily sell you each individual fish, the Stevens from Rich from Anywhere are going to give us a little game tonight. But before I allow that to happen, I want to see some activity in this chat here. I want to see you all share this video because this video is going to be so helpful to all of your fellow crafters, your fellow business owners, entrepreneur wannabes, because this may be something that gives them an idea that they can actually do this. And I'm sure that it's going to sharpen our skills too. So let's get those shares up. I want you to share from the Facebook page, or actually, you know what? Get people to the YouTube. Because what's happening when y'all share the lives, we're not getting enough people to the YouTube. So let's get these YouTube views up. Let's get the views up. So share this particular. I think you can go to share on the screen that you're on right now and go to copy the link and send this out to some people who really need to see this. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to send it out to some people as well and see if we can get some folks on this live tonight. For those of you who are in the class, your class starts at 8 p.m. Don't forget to download your files, and you'll notice that some of these elements are in the file that y'all are designing tonight. So let me give you a little sneak peek of what that looks like. So we turned this design into a t-shirt and also into a prom variation. And this is a 5-minute template that you all can go in, change the colors, change the text, and some of the design elements and make it your own, right? So have fun with that tonight. But in the meantime, in between time, I want y'all to go ahead and get those shares up, get those comments going. Let me see the flames in the chat. Let me see the hearts or roses. I want to see some flowers. I want to see some type of appreciation and encouragement for the game that we're about to receive right now, y'all. And this is the thing. I'm not talking tonight. I'm going to design while our special guests talk. And then that way you all get some free game. You get to see me design in real time and you can ask questions about either of these topics tonight. Okay. All right. Let me see if my folks are ready. All right, Stephen, I see you. Okay, perfect. I got both of them on at the same time. Yo, let me go ahead and bring them on. My favorite Stevens in the whole wide world. What's good?
What's happening? Dr. Shannon in this thing. What's up?
Shannon, what's going on? What's happening? First of all, yo, thank you for having us on. This
Absolutely.
is definitely a pleasure to be dropping some free game on y'all, free marketing game. And yo, just to let you know, like when we were first like in the back room, like waiting, like I looked at this, I was like, yo, because I haven't seen this yet.
She got us looking fly up in here.
Y'all are looking fly. I'm just trying to match your fly right now. Like I'm trying to match the fly with the YouTube thumbnails, Instagram stories, the frames for your StreamYard. And you know what's funny? I haven't even done this for myself yet. So one of these days I'm going to do a live and I'm going to do my stuff. But this is so much fun. I love these photos, love the colors and all.
Yes.
You know what? I want you to go ahead and introduce to the people like who you are, what you do for those who have not had the pleasure of learning who you are from the last live we did. You gave free game then too. So yeah, go ahead.
Absolutely.
Y'all have the floor.
Yeah, we got plenty to give, man. Plenty to give. Like, we always try to do our best to give as much as we can, but these lives are pretty short, and the well runs deep, man. So we can literally be on here for like 4 days straight talking about
Hmm.
about marketing. So
Legitimately,
it's just a big passion for ours, man. But if you want to tell our story, man, go ahead, bro.
Cool. So first of all, peace, y'all. We are Rich from Anywhere. We go by Rich from Anywhere. I'm Steven. This is Steven as well. We Steven squared out here.
Yes, sir.
um, but yeah, so here's kind of like our story. So we started out as music artists, and for those of y'all that are artists, you know how it is grinding and being passionate about something. That's how we were. There was like no one that could not tell us that our music wasn't dope and that we couldn't make it. But the issue was we were broke artists at the time, right? So we were making all these moves in Atlanta, doing our thing, but we just didn't have the money. So we decided to, figure out a way to bring in that income legally, right? Legally. So we stumbled upon the make money online niche, fell in love with it. Long story short, we ended up creating an e-commerce brand that did about $250,000 in 7 months.
Yes.
Yeah, lit. And that's from being like broke artist, working 2 jobs, like
That was a
uh
big deal at the time. That was a real big deal.
oh, that was huge.
Absolutely.
That was huge at the time. So anyway, what ended up happening is we realized like, yo, we're actually good at like marketing products. So we ended up selling our brand. And then from there, we just had a lot of people like hitting us up, asking us for help with their brand. And we started doing it. And what we started to realize is that we're actually getting these people like really good results. So from that
And
point,
honestly, before you even like go any further, I always hear so many lessons like in people's stories and even sometimes in our own story, right? Because we got into marketing. Y'all have to understand that we never did marketing before this. Like I never even really even considered like myself a marketer at all. Like we didn't do anything regarding marketing whatsoever. And when we got into it, we realized that we were actually good at it, right? But the lesson in that is we would have never figured out that we had this skill set and that we had this if we wouldn't have just tried it, right? If we wouldn't have taken action and actually like stepped out on faith and tried something, right? So I want y'all, everyone who's listening to this live right now, think about all the skill sets or thinking about all the talents and gifts that you might have right now that you don't even know that you even have them because maybe you haven't stepped out on faith yet. Maybe you haven't acted on those things yet, So just know that like
right.
every single one of y'all like listening right now, most likely, I'm telling y'all right now, without a doubt, has a true gift, has something that you're really, really good at. But in order for you to bring that out of yourself, like you have to take action and move towards it,
Facts. And
Amen.
don't doubt your skill set, because the thing about us, we are very big action takers. There were people that were doing better than us in ecom, right? There were people doing, $400,000 months and things like that. And when we told them like, yo, we're successful, so we're gonna go out and help other people to learn this skill set. When we told them that and we finally decided to do that, they were telling us like, nah, y'all ain't quite there yet. Like, I'm not even there yet. What makes you think that you could start helping other people get to success? But one thing to understand is that when you have a calling and when you truly feel driven to do something, you go out there and do it. And that's what we did. We knew that we were getting people to success. It just wasn't a lot of people, right? But we ended up doing that and taking that skill set and creating a marketing mentorship company. And this marketing mentorship company has gone on to help brands hit over $400,000 a month,
Wow.
So I'm here to tell y'all, like, we literally started from nothing, right? We started from nothing, but we were creative and we were action takers. So as long as you're able to take action, if you can follow instructions and be coachable, you can achieve that success that you want to achieve. But that's basically our story in a nutshell, just for y'all that are new to Richmond.
So now at this point, just to kind of bring it up to speed, at this point, we've been doing marketing now for 8-9 years, something like that. I'm kind of losing track at this point. And we've worked with thousands of businesses, all different types of businesses. we work with real estate agents, we work with chiropractors, we work with music artists and producers, tons of e-commerce brands, coaches, consultants. Like we've done a lot of different stuff, like probably like 14 or 15 different industries. And what I realized by working with all these different types of industries, and we're running Facebook ads and Instagram ads for all these different brands and all these different industries, what I've realized is that it's all pretty much the same, right? It's all pretty much the same, because at the end of the day, business is just solving problems. Everybody on here right now, I'm assuming you guys are business owners. That's why you're following Shanon, right? And I don't care what you guys do. At the end of the day, you're all solving problems, right? So the marketing tactics and the marketing strategies, they don't really change. All we're really doing is swapping out the product or the service that we're selling at the end of it, right? So that's one thing y'all need to understand too, is that like Facebook ads and Instagram ads and TikTok ads and all these things that we do, like they can work for anybody. Like every single person on this live right now needs to be running ads. And if you're not, just know that you're blocking your own blessings. Like
you really are. And the one thing is this, like a lot of times, and this is crazy, like a lot of times people feel like they're actually like running ads and doing something when they boost their posts. Like type in the chat, like how many of y'all are guilty of boosting your posts? Like when Facebook or Instagram hits you and they're like, hey, this post is doing really well. You have the ability to reach 200,000 more people if you just click this link and boost this post, right? They make it seem like very, very easy to do. Like it's like you wave a magic wand and then voila, you're running ads, right? And yes, you can get some reach with that strategy, but I'm here to tell you right now, like boosting your posts is so limited. You're so limited with what you can do when you boost your posts. Don't do it that way. Okay. Do not do it that way. All right. You want to run your ads inside of Facebook Ads Manager, right? Inside of TikTok Ads Manager. That's where you want to run your ads. You do not want to be boosting your posts because your results are going to be limited. I promise you that. Okay. So it's very important to do that.
Without a doubt. And just so y'all know, like we don't even necessarily have like a full-blown training for y'all tonight. Like we're here just to kind of kick game. So if you guys want, like literally comment in the chat, like what kind of questions do you guys have about ads?
Yeah.
Or what kind of challenges have you guys been running into when it comes to Facebook ads, or even email marketing, text marketing, just anything marketing related? What are some of those things that you have those questions and man, like I wish I just had an expert to ask this question? Like this is your time. Like ask us anything you want, because I'll tell you one thing about us is we don't hold anything back. Like we have no incentive on holding anything back, because the only reason our company exists is to empower you so that you can get so much results, so that we can eventually say, hey, look who we helped, right? Like if there was ever an incentive, our incentive is to make you so successful that you'll be a raving fan of Rich from Anywhere forever. That's our incentive, if there is one, right? Like, so feel free, guys, just like as we talk and as we're going through different stuff, like drop comments and we'll be checking the chat and answering those.
Yeah, we'll definitely be checking the chat. And I think one of the biggest things for you to realize in 2023 is that if you're not where you want to be in your brand, this is the year that you can get there. And I know it might sound a little like cliche, like, oh, new year, new me. But in all actuality, like if you go out there and really try and get it this year, you can do so well. But the key to that, right? The key to that is aligning yourself with people like us, people like Shanon, right? People who are going to empower you and, have the necessary tools to get you to where you need to be, And in this day and age, right, 2023, and we just posted something the other day on Instagram about this, but like people feel like TikTok is oversaturated, Instagram is oversaturated, Facebook's oversaturated, right? A lot of people feel like that, and because of that false belief, they're like, oh, I'm not going to post because, it's too saturated. There's never going to be enough for me to eat, right? But I want to tell you this, right? Like the universe is so abundant. Like the universe is so abundant. Like honestly, like abundance is like the air you breathe, right? There's never There's never lack. There's never a limited amount. All you have to do is run the play. All you have to do is put yourself out there and start creating. Start doing your lives. You see, Shannon's going live every day, right?
Mm-hmm.
Start doing that, right? Because you literally never know who's watching. Your $100,000 a year customer could literally stumble upon your content. And when they truly fall in love with your content, now all of a sudden they like everything they see and they're just buying from you over and over and over and over and over again, right? But if you're blocking your blessings by not posting because you feel like everything is too saturated, you're not going to get to where you need to be. You're not going to experience those goals. And think about it like this too. You're literally taking food out of your family's mouths by not posting content.
Hmm.
You
I
know,
like the way you put that. I love the way you put
yeah,
that.
like you're literally doing that. So I encourage all of y'all, like, don't feel like it's oversaturated. Just put your content out there, because the one thing about you and your brand that is different from everyone else's brand in the entire world is you. You are unique to you, right? So put yourself out there, because even if you have a similar brand to somebody, they're not gonna swag it out like you.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
And the other thing to add to that too, what I see a lot of times people make this mistake is they overestimate what it actually takes to become successful. Honestly, I really feel like people overestimate like how big they need to be to actually make this happen and be successful. Well, first of all, success is subjective, so it means something different to everybody. But a lot of people come to us and they just feel like they need like millions of followers and millions of people to love them in order for them to actually be successful, right? And that just could not be further from the truth, right? There's actually this thing that we teach all the time. It's called the 1,000 true fan concept. And I don't know if you guys have ever heard this or not, but if you haven't, it's going to blow you away, right? The 1,000 true fan concept, it goes like this. If you guys can get 1,000 true fans to rock with you, right? They love you. They buy everything you put out. These are like diehard fans, right? They love you. If you can get 1,000 people to spend $100 with you over the course of an entire year, then you just made $100,000 a year. All right.
Do the math.
Now that's not bad. That's a good start, right? That's a good start.
That's
right?
an excellent start. Most of us, that's what the goal is.
Right. It's 100%. Like that was my goal too. Like we have this big dream in our mind. Like even I did when I was younger, like 6 figures, right? That was like the big benchmark, you know? But I'm gonna tell you from experience, when you hit 6 figures, you're like, the next thing is like, all right, I want to make 200 now. Right. And then when you make 200, you're like, what about 300? Like it just keeps going from there. But guys, I want to break those numbers down for a second. 1,000 true fans to spend $100 with you over the course of a year, and you're making 6 figures. But let's look at 1,000 people, right? 1,000 people. First of all, y'all need to understand like actual data, and the reality is that there's over 3 billion people, active users on Facebook and Instagram right now. These are active users with credit cards and like that are spending money. Okay, 3 billion people. Like, you think you guys can like find 1,000 people who like what you do? Like type yes in the chat if you guys feel like you can get at least 1,000 people to rock.
Easy,
right?
It's easy when you break it down like that.
Yeah, man. I mean, come on, like that's literally like a sliver. It's like not even a sliver of the actual audience out there, right? So 1,000 people, that's not really a whole lot of people. And $100 a year, guys, like that is not a lot of money, right? Like, I don't know about you. I've already spent over $100 this year on my favorite brand. And we ain't even out of January yet. Right? Like, how many of you guys type in the chat if you guys spent more than $100 in 2022 with your favorite brand, right? Because I know I did. Like, it's almost embarrassing how much money I spent last year online. It was ridiculous, right? So $100 is not a lot of money. If you actually break that down by month, that's actually only $8.33 per month, right? So that's like less than like coffee. It's like less than like a really fancy like Frappuccino at Starbucks or something, right? Like that's not a lot of money at all. So 1,000 people, not a lot of people. $100 a year, not a lot of money. But when you put those two things together, all of a sudden you have a life-changing kind of situation, right? And I find that very, very interesting. And hey, listen, guys, y'all can argue with me if you want to, right? But like at the end of the day, like it's numbers, right? Like you can't debate this, right? This is not something debatable. This is like math, right? So and feel free to play with those numbers, right? Plug those numbers, like 1,000 people. More realistically, if you're a brand that's really doing it, you're probably going to have people spend more like $500 a year, right?
Yeah,
If you really or maybe even $1,000 a year, or maybe more, right? And if that's the case, now you're making 500 grand a year. You're making $1 million a year, right? So I just want y'all to know, like, listen, like you don't need a lot of people to make a lot of money. And the other thing about it is don't try to please everybody, because you trying to please everybody, then you ain't gonna please nobody, right? You find your squad and just pour into your squad, and I'm telling you right now, your life will change, and so will theirs, right?
that's a fact. And somebody said, I forgot where the comment was, but somebody said they have a Facebook group, but they're not getting any engagement in their Facebook group.
Mm.
Here's one thing that I'll say to that. What you want to do when it comes to Facebook groups, in order to really get that engagement popping inside of that Facebook group, go live in that group. Go live in that group often.
Mm.
All right.
That advice sounds real familiar.
Shannon been
Oh,
telling y'all that, right?
great
Go
minds think
live.
alike.
Go, because here's the thing, right? Like the more active your group is on Facebook, the more that's going to signal to Facebook, oh, this group must have some sort of value to it. So we're going to make sure that when posts happen, that people are notified for the post. Because I know how it is, right? Like you have a Facebook group. How many of y'all have a Facebook group? And like anytime you drop a comment in there, you get like zero engagement, right? I know for a lot of y'all that is the case. But the reason why is because you're not engaging enough in that particular group. The more you engage, the more that signals to Facebook, hey, this group is popping. Let me go ahead and make sure that when someone posts inside of this group, that it gets known. Another thing that Facebook just rolled out is group messenger. So now inside of your Facebook group, you have the ability to add everyone to messenger, essentially, right? So that's another way to get or assemble your raving fans, right? Get them in the messenger and let them know when there's new discounts dropping, right? Like let them know that. Let them know when you have a new offer. Okay. These are just different things you can do to kind of stir up that Facebook group that's been dormant for 6 months, right? Because I've been there, like we've been there. We've had the same issue previously, right? Like your group's not getting engagement. The reason why is because you're not giving enough attention to your group. So begin dropping content in there. Do polls in there because polls work extremely well. Like you'd be surprised how well polls work. Do some polls in there. I think it was Devana who asked that question. Drop some polls in the group as well. Make it a place that people actually want to engage. And my last tip for that though, don't abuse the at everyone function on Facebook. All right.
Mm-hmm.
I would honestly say use that thing like once a month, to be real with you. Use it once a month
Oh,
because
wow.
people get annoyed by
Yeah,
it.
that's true.
And when that happens, here's what Facebook's going to do. They're going to be like, oh, okay, people don't like this experience. I'm going to go ahead and take that away. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Because Facebook is all about the user experience. They don't really,
Mm-hmm.
Facebook don't care about your business. They care about the people on the platform and keeping them there. So if you're
Right.
providing a negative experience for these people, they're going to get rid of that function altogether. So I would say just use it
Facts.
when you're trying to hit them with the big guns, right? Use
Mm-hmm.
that everyone function for that.
So Creative Expressions says, when is the best time to advertise before you want to run a sale on a product? That's a good question. I mean, this is just my opinion. I really think that it depends on what the sale is, and I think it depends on what the actual thing is that you're planning to promote. Like for instance, if it's like a giveaway or something that you're doing, which by the way, giveaways work really, really good. Like you can promote a giveaway like a month out, right?
Mm.
And honestly, what I would do, all of y'all, really, if y'all are really serious about your business, which I'm assuming everybody on here is serious about their business, you guys should be focused on growing your list, right? Like your email list and your phone list is a crucial thing that y'all should be focusing on doing. So Creative Expressions and gifts, what I would be doing right now is, regardless of when you want to drop your sale, I would be focusing on collecting tangible emails and phone numbers and names of all your customers. Okay. It's a very, very big deal that you do that, Because at the end of the day, if you're putting all your time and energy and all your eggs in the social media basket, and then one day Facebook just decides to shut you down, guess what? Like, you got nobody to promote to.
Yep.
Right. And this stuff, and I'm not just saying this like a concept, this stuff happens all the time. Right. We have clients that have over 500,000 followers on Instagram, and their whole account was hacked and shut down instantly. Right. And I'm sure you guys have heard horror stories similar to that. Right. And if you don't have a tangible list, dude, you're really screwed. Like there's nothing you can do. But if you do have a list, like, and you can just hit up your customers directly, and you can say, hey guys, look, Instagram shut me down yesterday. I know that's crazy, but like, it's cool because, I'm over here now. Right. So come follow me over here, and everybody can follow and move with you. Right. Plus, if you have a sale going on, well, when you drop that sale, guess what? You can hit them with a text message blast and probably make more money than you've ever experienced making, because text marketing is like ridiculous right now. Like, it's crazy. Anybody who's not doing SMS marketing, you are like in a deep sleep.
Like, you know what? You're hitting on something right now we're going to talk about during the challenge. I forgot to let y'all know that these are our special guests for the challenge. So make sure that you're in the Shopify challenge. So one of the major things that the app is going to do, the Innate Lab app, is to help them with the text message marketing, the email marketing, doing their daily posts, making sure they're consistent with that content. So this is all great. Y'all are hitting on all the things.
Oh,
like,
man,
I can't wait to get into the challenge.
Just 100%. And anybody watching right now who hasn't joined Shannon's challenge, like, it would be in your very best interest to do so, because we are actually, like, Shannon by herself is going to rock the house, and that's already a given, right? But we're going to come do it, and then we're just going to burn the whole thing down. And we're going to give y'all so much Facebook ad trick. Like, if y'all are looking to learn about Facebook ads and Instagram ads, y'all definitely don't want to miss the training that we're going to drop inside in Shannon's challenge. I believe it's in February, right?
Now, it's actually at the end of this month. It starts on the 30th. So it starts. I wanted to make sure we got our feet in January, so we can say that we actually got it in January. But it starts January 30th. And it's going to be for 5 days. We're going to build a Shopify store. And you all, the best thing that Rich from Anywhere can teach us is how to really utilize Facebook ads for the Shopify stores. So we all know how to build a Shopify now. I've had several challenges where I've showed you how to build a Shopify. This one's going to be different, because not only are we going to build the Shopify, I'm going to show you how this app can really help you manage your customers and actually do a lot more to gain customers. And on top of this, we're going to learn Facebook ads and how it's going to be incorporated into our Shopify systems. So everybody thinks it's cool to have a pretty Shopify store, but if nobody visits your store, then it is completely pointless. So we're going to work on some strategies for that. And I'm really excited to have this collaboration. And I can't wait for y'all to see. Like, you're just going to have to be there, because I'm not going to publicize this for free. Normally, I publicize everything we do on our challenges for free on the YouTube. I'm going to give y'all some hints and some sneak peeks, but I'm not going to give y'all all the sauce this time. We are doing way too much.
This one going to be too valuable.
Yeah, we're working way too hard.
This one going to be too valuable. Honestly, I wish that something like this, it's so crazy to me, the amount of knowledge and the amount of game that we're going to be giving people in 5 days. Like, I wish that this stuff existed when we first started our business, right?
Amen.
Like we had to pay $5K, $10K, just to get any information back in the day, right? Yep. And now, the amount of information that people are getting in 5 days by joining your challenge, or it's just incredible. Like, literally, people will see completely evolution. Like, people see businesses changing. We've done challenges as well where we literally see not only people's businesses changing before our eyes, but people's mindset and people's belief systems and people's energy completely changing in a matter of days, right? Yep. Just by being around the right people, know. But I think that's really the hack to all of this, is getting around the right people.
That's it. That's it. And if you want to set your 2023 up for success, you got to join this challenge. There's no excuses, right? 2023 is supposed to be your year. 2023 is supposed to be the year where it's out with the old, in with the new. I'm scaling my business to new heights. Like, this is the way that you do it right here. All the guidance, all the sauce that you're going to get. Shannon's going to be dropping some gems. We going to be dropping some gems. There's going to be special surprises. And yo, I'm telling you, like, you want to be there. Like you really want to be there, you know?
So I see some more questions in here.
Yeah.
Creative Expression says, what percentage of your profits do you recommend should be put aside for ads?
That's a good question.
That is a good question. You know what? And it's honestly, I'll be honest with you, I don't really have a set percentage, to be honest with you. You know, the answer is as much as you possibly can, right? Because when you're in the beginning of your business, the main thing that you should be focusing on is customer acquisition. Period. As long as you, and this is one of the metrics that we stand by, as long as you can run ads and you can acquire customers and at least you can at least break even on your ads, then our rule of thumb is you keep those ads running. Because what you're doing is you're funneling people into your community and you're building a community. And that community is what's going to give you the longevity and all the results that you're looking for. So, you know, to be honest with you, we're really big fans of like leveraging OPM, other people's money, and leveraging business credit and leveraging, like, even when we didn't, like when we first got started with our business, we didn't have any money. Like when I say we didn't have any money, like we literally have a screenshot somewhere. We got to find it. Like my dog took a screenshot of our bank account and we had $5 in our bank account.
Literally.
Been there.
Literally.
Shannon's been there. Like a lot of successful people that we know have all been there, right? Like nothing, right? So how did we get our business started? We applied for a business credit card and we charged it to the game until we figured it out, right? And we hired the right mentors to teach us the right stuff, and it worked. And then we paid the credit card back, and then we just had momentum. But if we had waited until we had that money in our checking account, we'd probably still be waiting.
Bruh, no, facts though. We would have definitely.
We still be in that same apartment with roaches crawling up our legs. Like we'd probably still be there.
Get real with them, Steven. Let them know.
Nah, let's not even talk about this apartment that we were in was like a dungeon.
I need us to know how real this was. How does $5?
We would wake up in the middle of the night.
Ant infestations all over the counter, roaches,
Crazy.
like, you know,
and neighbors above us that were, I don't know what they was doing to them little kids up there, but
it was crazy, man.
All the yelling.
It was crazy. We had the cops called on us, you know, a few times. It was a whole thing, right? And in the midst of all this, like, we're working jobs that we hated, right? We come home to a crappy house every night, right? I was going through some personal stuff. Like, I wasn't even around my family. I wasn't around my son at the time. So I had a lot of other mental issues going on. I know people can resonate with that as well. There was a lot of negativity in our exterior. Yeah. But amidst that, somehow we still kept our mindset so strong. This is why I'm so big on mindset, because even though all of our physical surroundings were telling us that we were losing, inside of our mind, we still felt like we were winning.
Right.
And I'm telling you, that energy right there is what propelled us out of the mud and into where we're at right now. So I'm here to tell y'all, I don't care how crazy or negative your situation feels at the moment. Just know that that's a temporary situation. You know, and you got to get yourself around. You got to keep your mind right. And in order to keep your mind right, though, you got to be around the right people. You know, and again, it all comes down to the same thing, right? Like, I almost sound like a broken record, but success leaves clues, you know? So
that's a fact.
It's a crazy thing, man.
Just to I want to get to some more of these questions. So Creative Expressions asks, when is the best time to advertise before you want to run a sale on a product? That's a great question, right? Like, because a lot of times we feel like, all right, when I'm running my sale, when I'm running my like big promotional sale, that's when I need to run ads. But I'm gonna be honest with you. You need to be running ads all the time. All right. And the reason why you need to be running ads all the time is because of this. Okay. You want to get as many eyeballs on your brand as possible. Even if you're not promoting a specific offer per se, just get them familiar with your brand, right? Just get them familiar with your brand, because here's the thing. it takes 7 to 11 touch points for someone to actually buy from you. 7 to 11 touch points for someone to actually buy from you. All right. So what that means is that if they saw you once on IG, that's one time, right? Typically, when you see a new advertisement from a brand that you have never heard of before in your life, you're not going to buy from them off of one ad, right? You want to continue to see them over and over and over again. So, and essentially what you want to do is you want to be almost omnipresent, right? So they saw your ad on Instagram. You want to be running Facebook ads as well so that they can see you on Facebook, right? You want to be making sure that they're subscribed to your YouTube channel so they see you on YouTube and they're consuming your content, right? You want to warm them up to you and your brand, because once you start warming them up and getting them comfortable with your brand, they're now down to make a buying decision. That's when they're down. So how many of y'all ever like visited like your favorite online store before? You click around and you end up leaving, and then a day or two later, like you see their ads like popping up everywhere, like following you. It's almost like Big Brother's looking at you, like, yo, how did they know that I was looking at them? Like that's a real thing, right? We call that retargeting. Okay, that's retargeting. When you begin running retargeting ads towards the people that have already expressed interest in your brand through clicking on your link and just perusing around your website, or visiting your profile on Instagram or Facebook or wherever it is, once they've done that and made that initial contact, you actually have the ability to now retarget them with new promotions. And that's when you start really getting the sales coming in, right? It's like retargeting is the name of the game. If they've only seen your brand 3 times, that's nothing. That doesn't even count. I don't even
Y'all
start.
should be taking some notes right now too. If you're not,
Oh
like,
yeah, I'm over here taking notes
like
myself.
everybody who's listening right now, take some notes and write this down. Retargeting is your most profitable form of marketing online. Period.
100%.
Period. I don't care. Like retargeting is the gen. Like, how many of y'all right now are running retargeting ads? Type yes or no in the chat if you guys are currently running retargeting ads for your business. Just out of curiosity, this isn't like a judging zone. Like, it doesn't matter what it is. I'm just curious to know. Because at the end of the day, retargeting is so powerful. Because like he said, like a lot of people will go to the website, and let me kind of break down a scenario. And this is actually how it happens, right? People go to your website and then they go off. And I don't know if you guys know this or not, but a good website conversion rate is like 3%. A good, like, again, write this down, because a lot of people don't know these metrics, right? They think their website's not converting, but they don't even know what a good conversion rate is. So it's like, how do you even know that, right? The only way you would know is if you know what conversion rates are. So a good conversion rate on a website is 3%. So that means if 100 people hit your website, you want at least 3 people to purchase. Okay. Now, that's cool. But what I like to do is I like to invert that and flip that on its head. And well, that means that 97% of people who hit your website are going to leave without buying.
Right.
Even if you have a good website. Right. So we've done a lot of research on this, and we've figured out that 97% of people leave your website. That's just the name of the game. That's just how it is. And the actual reality is a lot of people leave your website. The reason why they leave is not because they don't like your products or they don't like your services. Most of the time they're leaving because they got distracted by something. And all of y'all can probably resonate with this. Y'all know how it is. You're checking out a website, and then the baby starts crying, and you're changing diapers, or you got to go to Walmart, and like you're driving down the road. Like, and we live in such a fast-paced society that, like, if I leave a website, 5 minutes later, I forgot I was even on the website at all. Right? Completely forgot. So same scenario though. Let's say later on that night while I'm starting to mellow out and I'm on my couch scrolling through Facebook like everybody does. And then let's say one of your ads pop up on my Facebook newsfeed though and say, hey, what happened? You were looking at this product. Come back and get it now. And then I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. I completely forgot. I meant to do that. Let me go ahead and buy that now.
Now I'm ready. Now I'm ready to buy. Now I'm in my comfort zone. But the thing is this, right? Like, if you're not retargeting, then you're missing out on that person that probably would have bought from you if the opportunity presented itself again. So it's
Yes.
all about providing more opportunities for your customers to buy. You always got to enter your customer's opportunity zone. And everyone's opportunity zone is slightly different, right? My opportunity zone where I'm like in the purchasing vibe is like later at night because I be working all day. So like from like
Mhm.
9 to like midnight, that's my opportunity zone. That's
Mhm.
the time, right? So ultimately, if you're not retargeting, you're doing yourself a huge disservice, okay? You are literally missing out on millions of dollars. And here's another thing. If the big brands are doing it, you got to be doing it, right? Because
Mhm.
these
Mhm.
big brands are making millions and billions of dollars, and it's not by accident. Like there's a formula to this.
Y'all need to write this down. Write these 3 words down. Success leaves clues.
Highlight
Okay.
that.
Success leaves clues.
Yep,
If
yep.
you guys leave, like, if you go to like Nike and then you leave their website and then Nike's following you around the internet, right? Which that's the case, right? That means Nike's retargeting. Okay. Now let me ask you, if a multi-billion-dollar company like Nike is running retargeting ads, they're only doing it for one reason and one reason only, because it works.
That's it.
Period.
That part.
Right? Period. So you need to start opening your eyes, right? So many people don't even like, they're walking around with their eyes closed, like metaphorically. They're looking for the answer. They're trying to like, why is my business not working? And they're not even opening their eyes to see what the most successful brands are doing,
Yep.
right? See what they're doing and repeat those steps, right? And then you just got to figure out like technically how to do it. Yes, but that's not the hard, like it's not hard. Like we teach people like within days how to run Facebook ads. Like, there's people that have come into our program that could barely turn a computer on. And I'm not even like,
He ain't lying. He's
I'm
not
not even
lying.
exaggerating. Like, I love
Nope.
all my students, man. Like they're sweet ladies, sweet, like awesome people. But sometimes they come on and they can't even barely turn a computer on. They can't even check their
Mhm.
emails sometimes. That's
Nope.
how not tech savvy they are. And even still, by the end of our mentorship program, they're running Facebook ads inside of the ads manager profitably by themselves without an agency.
Ain't that what you want though? Like y'all in the chat, isn't that what you want? Don't you want to be
That's it.
so empowered to be able to do all of this on your own, to do it yourself, right? So that you don't have to rely on an agency or anyone else for that matter. Like you can do it because once you get empowered, I'm telling you, all of y'all
Mm.
probably have amazing products. If you're rocking with Shannon, you probably have an amazing product offering, right? All it takes is the eyeballs on your brand now for you to take it to completely new heights because the product is already there. The
Yep.
product is there. Now you just have to add that gasoline to the fire, and now all of a sudden you're reaching, or you have the potential to reach millions of people. Because like he said, there's over 3 billion people on the platform. There's over 3 billion people using social media. You just need a
Mhm.
small little sliver of that, right? And now you're hitting your goal, 6 figures, 7 figures a year.
Without a
And that's
doubt.
it.
And,
That's
and it's
it.
and it's possible. It's possible for all of y'all. But
Yes.
it ain't possible unless you take action. That's just how it is.
Yep.
I just
100%.
had Creative Expression say I just had to Google how to retarget ads. I was clueless. There you go. So good. I'm glad you're learning something, right? And by the way, there's a lot of different ways to run retargeting ads. There's a lot of wrong ways and there's a lot of right ways,
Yeah.
right? So you can go off and try to figure things out yourself, but I'm telling you, like the best way to learn anything is by finding someone who's already found the winning formula and just learn from them.
Mhm.
I'm telling you, we have spent, I don't know how much you guys have spent in ads, but we've spent well over $20 million in ads, like
Woo, now that it hasn't been anywhere near that.
15, 20. I don't know, between all the agencies we've done and all our own ads and all our customers ads, like we've earned so much money on ads, and
Mhm.
all of it, we were just testing. So when I try to tell you, like, we've tested everything you can think of, okay, and we figured out the things that work and the things that don't work,
Mhm.
and then we share that with our students, and we're going to share those things with Shannon students, right?
On
Like
the
on the
challenge, yeah.
challenge. Like, so if y'all aren't on the challenge, you're sleeping,
Missing
right?
out. You missing
I'm
out.
telling you, we got to get y'all in there. I want to be honest. Not like I'm always lying, but I hate when people are like,
Right,
"Oh, you
right.
want me to be honest?" Like, I always expect you to be honest. So I have done everything up until this point purely organically without any advertising whatsoever. And it's been almost 3 years now since I've been doing this through YouTube and Facebook groups and that sort of thing.
Mhm.
I often just sit back and think, what if year one I had really understood what I was doing? I started implementing paid ads. Like, I know for a fact I would be 5 to 10x. I would be eight
Yeah.
figures by now
Oh
for
yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. It's without a doubt. I mean, I would say if you've had success already organically, then it's without a shadow of a doubt. Like if you would have been running ads, because like here, and this is for everybody too. If you have like more than 10 or 20 customers who love what you do, then the probability is that 10 or 20 million people would love what you do.
Mm,
That's a fact. And
Right.
mm,
you know why that's so real though, what you just said, right? Is because like in Shannon's case, right? She has a lot of raving fans, right? All organic, right? Now here's the thing. Since she does have an Instagram page, Shannon, you might not even know this. You're sitting on gold data that
Mm,
you probably didn't even know you were sitting on. Have you ever
mm.
heard of the
facts.
Facebook pixel? Shannon, have you ever heard of that term before? Facebook pixel?
Yes, I've played with it, but y'all I haven't used it. I have
Okay.
not used it at all.
Well,
I,
here's
kn-
the
I
thing.
know I know what it is, like how it can be used, but I just got intimidated. Just like people say they're afraid of Photoshop or afraid to set up a
Mhm.
Shopify store.
Yep.
Yeah. It's
That
so funny. Like when
that's
you
me
say
on
that,
the
to
marketing
me,
side.
that sounds like I have the golden hand of Midas, but I just don't want to touch anything. Like
That's the
I
thing.
I'm
Yeah,
afraid of touching it. I'm using this tool. Like, you know
So,
what I
so
mean?
right.
here's the pixel though. Like let's talk about the pixel for those of y'all that don't know what it is. So the
Mhm,
Facebook pixel tracks the actions that people perform towards your brand. Okay. So for instance,
mm,
like if you have a Facebook pixel installed on your website, then anytime you have a new visitor that comes to your website and does anything, the Facebook pixel will track it, whether they view your product page or add a product to cart or anything like that,
mhm,
right? So you have to manually install that onto your Shopify store. However, your Instagram page automatically has that. So essentially, all these lives that you're doing, anytime someone is engaging with your Instagram page, liking, sharing, messaging you, Facebook has collected all that data and it's just waiting for you to tap into that data and use it and begin retargeting the people that engage with you on Instagram. Or even better, like you can create something called a custom audience. And we're not going to go too deep on this today, but you can create what's called a custom audience based off of what someone did on your Instagram. So, for
mm,
instance, you can create a custom audience solely based on anyone who's DM'd you. So Facebook will create a segmented group of people
mhm,
that are literally just people who shot you a DM. So if you think about it theoretically, most people that are shooting my business a DM, they're probably really interested in something that I have to offer, more than
right.
likely. So if I have a custom audience of just those customers, I can take those customers and I can run an ad directly to them with a new promotion. Crazy,
Got
right?
right.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And I
And you
mean,
can
I
and you
don't
can
know.
track that data, by the way. You can track that data back a full entire like a whole entire year, 365 days,
Yep.
right? And
Crazy.
by the way, anybody on here right now can do this, even if you don't have a Facebook pixel installed, even if you don't know what a pixel is and you don't have a pixel installed on your website. The crazy thing is the Facebook pixel is already natively integrated on your Facebook page and your Instagram page as soon as
Mm.
you opened it.
Hmm.
So this whole entire time you guys have been posting content,
Mhm,
engaging with your customers and doing all this different stuff, people been liking your photos and like watching your videos. The
mhm.
pixel has been tracking all of that data and it's been storing that data in your account right now.
Wow.
And it's the equivalent it's the equivalent of like gold that you're just sitting on and like you don't even know it's even there,
You didn't
Wow.
even
right?
know.
So this is why we have people like getting so much crazy results so quickly,
Mhm,
because people don't even know they even have this data, right?
right.
They don't even know that they have this gold sitting there. So all we do is we come in and show them where it is and how to use it, and then they shoot off like lightning bolts, and then they're like freaking out And then next thing you know, like you have a website full of testimonials, like we have, like, so,
Yep. Yep.
you know.
I am ready for this. Like, I'm actually changing my entire store from I was on the Magento platform for years. I mean, probably 10 years or more.
Mhm. Mhm.
I'm changing mine over to Shopify just so that I can really take advantage of using the pixels, setting up the plugins that are really going to help me to do what we need to do.
Mhm.
And I don't know if y'all know this, but like the Stevens are my Stevens. They're my coaches. They're helping me with like personally right now. I'm paying them for mentorship myself, and they're offering an opportunity inside of this challenge. We can't talk about it just yet until we're in the challenge and we get you all going. But they're offering an opportunity inside of this challenge for you all. So I need y'all to be there. I need you to understand that if there was anything, absolutely anything that I could change about my path from the beginning to now on how I would improve my business, the number one thing that I would do is incorporate the marketing. Now, I've
Mhm.
done some like what we call guerrilla marketing, which is, hey, pounding the pavement, talking to the
Mhm.
people, in folks' faces. I'm in your faces live on YouTube, live
Mhm.
on Facebook. But y'all, there's something different, and by something I mean a
Mhm.
few zeros different
Oh, come
Yeah.
on.
from
Talk
actually
to him.
marketing with Facebook. And let me ask you this: you all are into marketing on Twitter right now too, right?
Not so much Twitter. We're not.
Not
Like,
Twitter, not Twitter.
TikTok.
I'm looking at Twitter right now. No, the
TikTok.
TikTok.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay. You know, I get the TikTokage and the Twitterage, all mixed up.
There's so many of
So,
them, man. So
so
many.
how is it going right now with using TikTok?
Man, TikTok ads. So for those of y'all that don't know, like back in the day, and when I say back in the day, I mean like 2016-ish. Like if you were on Facebook early running ads on Facebook, like the conversion rates that you were getting were super cheap, right?
Crazy.
Super cheap, right? So that's kind of how TikTok is now. Like Facebook ads are the GOAT still because the way that they track data, like it's second to none. None. Google ads,
Mm,
whatever. Like Facebook is the king as far as data goes. But the thing with TikTok is this, because the platform is so new and you can essentially go viral organically on TikTok. There's so many eyeballs on TikTok, right? Like there's a huge opportunity on TikTok. Now, here's the thing. Because of the fact that TikTok is brand new, everyone is flocking to it. No one is looking at the other side of TikTok, which is the TikTok ads, TikTok advertising platform, right? Now, the eyeballs are there on TikTok. There's a lot of users on TikTok. TikTok is the fastest growing social media platform on earth. So the eyeballs are there. So that presents a great opportunity for people marketing to go in to the TikTok business manager and start creating TikTok ads. Because of the fact that there's so many new eyeballs on that platform, you
mhm,
can run an ad. And the fact that there's not a lot of competition running ads on TikTok presents an amazing opportunity for you to come in, run some TikTok ads, and get very, very cheap results, cheap eyeballs on your brand. Like it's a huge opportunity. And that's kind of how Facebook was back in the day before there was a lot of competition running
Mhm.
ads. That's
mm,
how TikTok is now. Like you get very cheap traffic. So yeah,
Mhm.
TikTok ads is also something that you want to jump into as well. Um, I would encourage you though, like on the TikTok platform, focus on organic strategies too, because it's so easy to blow up on TikTok as well. So focus on, making sure like the first 3 seconds, 3 to 5 seconds of your video are hook worthy, right?
Mhm.
Are going to
Mhm.
actually get people to play your reel or your TikTok video, but watch for more than 3 seconds. Because
Yep.
after 3 seconds, if people are watching for that long, that signals to the platform, whether it be TikTok or IG or Facebook, that signals to the platform that this is a video that people actually truly like. So let me go ahead and deliver it to more people on the platform so that I can keep everyone on the platform. So there's a
mhm.
Mhm.
little tip for you. But yes, TikTok is also like amazing.
And y'all keep the questions coming in too. Y'all have some good questions. So whatever questions y'all got, Facebook ads, Instagram ads, TikTok ads, email marketing, text marketing, website optimization, um, like ad copy, like anything. Like we do all this stuff.
We got
So
and y'all
like
can
feel
save some
free.
of it for the challenge. Actually, because I think you got to go, huh, Shannon? You got to go at 8.
Well, we're supposed to be ending this thing at 8, especially if they ain't coming in with any questions right now. We need to let
Right.
y'all go because we definitely got to save some of this sauce for the
Yeah,
challenge.
Right.
save those
Oh, we got
questions.
plenty.
Jump on the challenge, and we giving y'all everything. We giving
Look, it
y'all.
says
We ain't
Creative Expression says that's why I'm here. I'm learning so much. Look, that's what we're here for. And I want you all to take advantage of these opportunities. So many times we're saying that we wish for something when we can just will it. Like literally, this is
Mm,
what your efforts, what your intention is placed into is what you're going to receive. And I'm a witness of that one way and the other. So I know for a fact that we can get this thing where we want it to be. Let's focus our intention on where we really want to be. So if you say that you want more customers, this is what y'all are telling me. You want more customers, you want a website, you want people to get out of your DMs ordering, or even if they're ordering in your DMs, this app is going to literally take the people who are in your DMs, collect their information, communicate with them, and
mm,
get them into your ecosystem, get them onto your website, get them into being a customer and a purchaser of your products and services.
mind
So
blowing.
no more will we complain about somebody being in the DMs. We just want to make sure that we're directing those people so that we're not sitting here missing opportunities. Like, and I'm saying
Absolutely.
this because
Absolutely.
the like while I'm developing the app, like I'm literally realizing how much money I have missed over time.
Oh
Like
yeah.
how much money I've left on the table.
I know.
And it's embarrassing.
Well,
Truly.
listen, like you know what they say, like the best time to get into this stuff was like 10 years ago, right? The best time to
Hmm.
get into marketing was like 10 years ago, right? But the second best time to get into it, right now.
Right now.
It's right
That's
now,
it.
right? Because here, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, if you're one of those people who feel like y'all missed the boat and you're like, ah, no, I can't get it now. I missed the wave. It's done. I'm trying to tell you right now, if you don't listen to anything else I say, it hasn't even started yet.
Hmm.
come on.
Like it hasn't even started yet, right?
That's
Like
right.
give e-commerce and give online marketing about another 5-10 years and watch what happens then, right? And I'm telling you, if you wait 5-10 years from now to get started, you're gonna be really kicking yourself in the
Hmm.
butt,
Hmm.
right? Like I'm telling you right now, anybody who feels like they missed the wave, they did not at all, right?
Right.
Because like internet's just becoming more readily available, more and more people are getting on the internet. It's becoming more and more commonplace to spend money online. Like when we first
Hmm.
got started doing this stuff, it was still like a really spammy kind of thing, right? People didn't really like to spend money online. Everything
Right.
was a scam, right?
Yep.
And now there's like like you know grandparents are like buying stuff online. Like my mom and dad are like shopping on Amazon now. It's all weird, right? It's like,
Uh-huh.
oh, it's like, it's like very common. So what I'm trying to say is that like this online space is just going to become more and more populated, and if you're not ready for it, you're just going to be missing out on just tons of wealth, like
Yep.
tons of wealth.
100%.
And you're literally just like Stevie said earlier, you're just taking food out of your own family's mouth,
Yep.
right? Because a lot of times, isn't it funny how if it's on us, like we won't really move or take action to like do things for ourselves, right? Like we'll kind of take that on the chin, right?
Hmm.
But when it comes to our families, we won't let them take it on the chin,
Right.
right? So if you're one of those people that feel like what's your motivation? Hey, if you got a family, like just know that your family's life could be a whole lot better if you were just to step up and do the things you're supposed to do,
Facts.
right?
That's it.
Facts.
So yeah, man. I mean, so we're looking like this is kind of looking dope back here, Shannon. I'm like,
I
Yeah.
know.
I'm
I'm
peeping,
excited. I'm
I'm peeping
excited.
the whole time, like looking at like, yo, okay,
That's why I
You know
stopped
what?
talking. I was like in awe over here. Like my
I've
right.
was
never done this before, like actually interview while we're working on a project. And I actually I'm liking this setup because as I'm hearing you talk, I can get the energy of what you are
Mm,
translating to your clients and to your tribe. So I get that. And then it's kind of helping me pull things together and I'm
I
in my
like
little
it too.
groove. Yeah.
I like it too. It's a cool like little experience. It's like
yeah.
it's kind of like a
Something
vibe.
new, something new.
It is something new. Like getting your stuff designed while we're just like having a fireside chat,
Yeah.
just kind of hanging out. And I like this a lot, man. It's really dope.
I'm loving it. And then what I'll do when we're done, well, we're wrapping up our session right now. I'm gonna send you basically proofing it to you, just seeing like how you like some of the elements. If you prefer, like we usually do some darker and lighter. And this is for my tribe too. This is literally something that I'm doing in real time for real projects. And I have actually been contracted to do this quite a bit for entrepreneurs. So I want you to know that anything that I'm teaching you is real deal, something that not only can you just, make a little bit of money on the side, like you can literally make this your career. You can make this, something that you teach your kids and they're able to get on this same exact platform and do the same work, and probably a lot easier than we do. So I have my niece and nephew over here making a little bit of noise right now, and they know how to design on Photoshop. They can take these templates and do the same exact stuff I'm doing. My nephew asked today if he could do a template. So I'm just letting y'all know the power of this high value skill you're learning, the power of the high value skill that you're learning when you get into knowing how to market and do your own ads. Like I know, I'm going to give you an example. I know advertising agencies, and not saying that coming out the gate you're going to be directly able to compete with these, because I want you to understand that there's some skill and some things you're going to have to learn along the way, but they're charging 35-40% of whatever revenue is made from these ads, and you're still actually like paying for the ads. So understand that even though someone else may be like the prime person to go to for ads, it still comes at a huge cost. So if someone is able to help walk you through it, help you get the success, I want to see this 400,000 a month. I want to be that person that breaks the mold and does 500,000 a month with you all. So then now I'll be the next one y'all are bragging on.
Absolutely.
Actually, you will.
I will. Look, we will.
The data that you got, like we gonna run that up.
It's gonna run up, man. And even if you guys did decide to hire an agency, though, like the thing is about it, like if you hire an agency, that's cool, but like what happens if that agency just goes out of business?
Right. Exactly.
Or what happens if that agency just decides to leave out of nowhere?
Yep.
And you don't really understand how to do your marketing. What's gonna happen?
Yep.
Like you're gonna be back to square one, trying to back up on phones, trying to find another agency.
Yeah, and have you ever seen like a business go from like this? Like, let's say you're working with an agency and like it's doing really well and things are skyrocketing, right? Then all of a sudden something crazy happens with the agency. You ever seen a business just nosedive, straight up flatline? That's what will happen. And the reason why that's going to happen is because you don't have you can't catch it, right? And the reason you can't catch it is because you're not knowledgeable yourself. So it's not like you can just pick up where the agency left off. Like that thing gonna drop and you're gonna start back from square one. So that's why you want to be knowledgeable.
Right. And it makes sense because even now, a lot of times I'm not designing anymore. I'm not doing a lot of the work that I was once doing, but because I know how to do it, I know when it's being done properly. I know when it's not being done properly. I know how to, cut off a service. Like a lot of people will go 6 months losing money on ads before they even know that the people that they have running their ads are not doing it correctly. And they were never going to make money in the first place. This is important.
And again, all that happens because like that business owner was not educated when it comes to marketing. Because like if you're not educated in marketing, guys, let me ask you a question. How are you actually going to know how to pick a good agency? How do you even know if they're even good or not? You don't even know. Like you can't. I mean, in all honesty, everyone watching it, like, how do you guys even know that we're good?
Facts.
Who I'll put myself on the spot. Right? Like nobody actually knows that I'm even good at all. The only way that y'all would actually know that we are the real deal for real is if you guys were typing comments, like questions, hard technical questions. Because the stuff y'all are giving us is like, this is like second grade stuff. Like,
y'all gotta come harder then. Y'all gotta come harder on this challenge because we get them for one day.
For the people who come on the challenge, like ask us, like y'all can like just ask us anything y'all want to.
Google
and we'll fire an answer right back. And the only reason I can say that with confidence is because I do this all the time. Like I do this 24/7. Have you ever done something 24/7 for 10 years? Like you're pretty good at it, right? Like you have no choice but to be good at it. Like that's why it's like second nature, right?
Right.
But the only thing I'm trying to say is you have to empower yourself, right? You have to empower yourself, no matter if your goal is to hire an agency or if your goal is to do everything yourself.
Right.
Doesn't matter what path you choose. Empowering yourself and educating yourself first always comes first, no matter what way you go,
Yep.
right? So if you're trying to like skip the education part,
Mm.
you're really just doing you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot, like
You're
in a
shooting
major
yourself
way.
in the foot for sure. And I mean, you can skip the education, like you can skip it, but like I'll tell you right now, doing it yourself, like the DIY, like not getting any type of help or guidance, you can still be successful. It's just gonna take you way longer. And the crazy part is, you're gonna spend more money trying to figure it out and banging your head against the wall and trying to figure it out
Mm,
than you would have if you just spent the money to get the help.
mm.
And you're going to save way more time by getting the help as well. So it only makes sense. You're only doing yourself a disservice if you're not trying to shortcut the process, because
That's true.
real, that's what mentorship does. It shortcuts your distance to success.
And always remember this: the cheap way always ends up being the more expensive way in the end.
Mm.
And y'all have to remember, and I don't care if you're talking about marketing or coaching or shoes, right? Like I don't care what you're talking about. You ever guys ever bought some cheap shoes from like Walmart or something, and then you're wearing them for like 3 weeks, and then your toe blows out the side of them, and then you gotta go buy a new shoe, and then that same thing happens again, and the next thing you know, you went through 6 pairs of shoes in 6 months, and you spent all this money, and you still
Yep.
and you look terrible the whole time while you did it, right?
You might as well pay the price to look your best, to put yourself out there, to be successful. Just
You
pay
should have
that
just
price.
got some expensive shoes in the beginning.
Yep.
And not even expensive. You should have just got some valuable shoes in the
Yeah.
beginning, right?
Yeah.
And it's the same thing with coaching. It's the same thing with marketing. Like you guys can go off and hire all these like people off of Fiverr, because they charge $20 to teach you ads, and then you realize that they don't speak your language, that they're not getting back to you for 3 days. They don't really know what they're doing. So all the stuff they taught you doesn't work. And then you do that for 12 months, and then like you're still in the same exact place. And guess what? You spent 12 months. You don't get that time back, right? That time's gone forever. When you could have just gotten and rocked with us and rocked with Shanon, right? And to people who actually have already tested this and done this for real, and then just got to the results faster. Like, do y'all want to get to the results slower or faster? Right? Put that in the chat. I'm just curious, because some people, they want to take their time and just get into this slowly. People like us, we want results fast. Like we got things to do.
Yep.
Yeah.
Why spend that time like banging your head against the wall? I'm telling you, like, because we've been there. It's not fun. It's not fun to mess up and like lose a lot of, spend $5,000 on ads and not get a sale like we did initially.
Mhm.
Because we're stubborn and we didn't want to seek help. We were like, nah, we could do it ourselves. Like let's run this up. And that was the last thing that happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, it took us banging our head against the wall to realize, like, yo, like, we need some help, right? So eliminate that, right? It doesn't have to be this way, okay? You can get there a lot faster by jumping on this challenge, and not only just jumping on the challenge, but don't just show up, like take action on the things you learned during this challenge too, because that's the key to setting yourself up for success in 2023.
Yep.
Absolutely. I love this. Yo, creative expressions is like, she's really going in the chat.
Look,
Like, I feel like
she said she's gonna use up this opportunity. You are the epitome of the message right now.
that's already I already know that you're going to be the one successful, and everybody who's watching right now and who's not like engaging, hey, listen, like you might be on the wrong Zoom, like you might be on the wrong live, like you got to take advantage of these opportunities, right? You have to. I'm older than most of you, so I need to use my time more wisely. There you go. Hey, we all got to use our time more wisely. We all got to use our time more wisely. For sure.
Yep. So listen, we have went over time tonight. We have definitely enjoyed this experience. Let's make sure that we give thanks, we give gratitude, show appreciation for the time and energy that has been invested into us and poured into this community tonight, because we want to make sure that we welcome them back with the open arms. And during this challenge, the Rich from Anywhere team is going to give us a whole day. So, a whole day on the strategies that it's going to take our Shopify stores and make them money making machines. Okay. Because right now they eat up money, right?
Mm,
Because they're pretty, but they eat up money. It's
mm,
like a baby. We need this baby to grow up and get a job. Just kidding.
exactly.
We don't do jobs on this side, but we need them to grow up and really have some earning potential and use this as an opportunity for us to do a little less work when it comes to talking about the business. And then that way we're not working in the business, we're working on the business. We can scale, we can work on our email marketing, we can actually take a lot of these strategies that we know work and scale them so that they work even better. But we cannot do that if we don't put ourselves in the right position. So I'm challenging you to join the Shopify challenge. The link is on the screen right now. Oh, Steven, I didn't even realize this thing was over your face the whole time. Why didn't you tell me that?
Oh, I can't even.
That face is way too handsome to be hidden by the little comments there.
I couldn't even. I couldn't even see. Like on my end, it looks good. So I didn't
Okay,
even.
well, maybe it wasn't. Well, it looks like it may have been over there. But that's the challenge, y'all. Make sure that you join it. Even if you joined the Shopify challenge before, this focus on this challenge is completely different. Yes, we're going to have the Shopify store up and running in 5 days, but the whole point of it is that you learn what a Shopify store is supposed to actually do to function.
Mm,
So we deal a lot with the form, but we also need to learn the function. So form is how pretty we like things to be. Like this stuff right here is real pretty, but the function is, y'all see how I'm able to design a lot of these things with the same elements and bring multiple uses to the same stuff. So that's form. And we
mm.
need to match the form with the function and what we're doing so that we can really scale these creative businesses. Okay. Monetize your creativity. Let's go ahead and turn our creativity into currency. And this is one of the ways that we're going to do that with Shopify. All right. So let's give it up. The what's the duo like? How can I express like when I know that we have both of you together? Because this is rare. Just so y'all know, this is rare too.
I
It's
know.
just RFA, man. It's just RFA. You
Yep,
know.
that's it. RFA.
RFA, rich from anywhere. And I know we can remember that because that is a mantra that I truly live by. I want to be, and I am a digital nomad. I can take my laptop or sometimes even my phone almost anywhere that I go and truly make money from those devices. As long as I have a Wi Fi signal or I can communicate with somebody that has internet,
Mm.
then we're able to make money. So, this is a way that we're going to become rich from anywhere.
Come
Let's
on.
go. Let's
So
go.
let's
That's
go,
amazing.
RFA. We appreciate y'all so much, and we look forward to seeing you. Maybe we'll have you on again before the challenge. Challenge starts January 30th, and I know you
Hey,
all
hit
have
us
some
up.
stuff going on too. So we'd love to have you back anytime.
Hey,
Absolutely.
hit us up. Hit us up. We appreciate you too.
Thank you
And
so much.
everybody who joined the challenge, man, just get ready to have y'all's faces just blown straight off your head,
Hold off.
right? Because it's gonna be like that. All right.
Let's
And I'm
go.
telling you, if you haven't joined the challenge yet, don't sleep, because you're gonna see all these other people making all this progress, and you're gonna be
Yep.
sitting there
Hmm.
like, man, I should have did it, right? Don't
Mhm.
Yep.
regret.
No regrets. Let's all in. Like this year, we've got to be dedicated. We got to show that. Let's go all in. Okay.
100.
And some of you are asking about the who may have won the 30-day. So we did live for 30 days challenge. I need you all to submit an email to the Innate Lab staff at gmail.com. Submit an email telling us where you went live every day, and then we're going to go back and check that. And I think it was maybe a couple of people that qualified, but somebody during the challenge, somebody is going to get to be onboarded as a new $25,000 scholarship recipient to the
Ooh.
inner circle just because you all
Mm-hmm.
participated. So we only had like probably less than a handful of people who actually went through the whole 30 days with me. But because you did, you're eligible for that. So I want y'all to, to hang in there with me. We got some cool things coming up, and this is just the beginning.
That's
That's all.
incredible. That's incredible. What an
Yeah,
opportunity,
yeah.
man.
I don't know. I might have to challenge y'all to do something. Y'all give away one of your mentorships. It's
For real.
hard though.
Hey, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Let's
Let's
talk
go.
about it. Yeah, so I appreciate y'all so much, and I look forward to seeing you real soon.
Yes.
Anything you need from me, please be in touch. Oh, I can't wait to do y'all's banners and backdrops and
Yo,
stuff
thank
too.
you for that too. Like that looks super dope. Like you're gonna see these things everywhere.
Yeah, the QR code, put that QR code on there, your
Yeah,
Instagram handles and
all
all that
that.
good stuff. Oh
All that.
yeah,
Because we got a
yeah.
lot of physical like live presentations that we're planning right now too. So that's gonna be lit. That's gonna be really,
Cool,
really helpful.
cool. I'm loving it. Well, we'll communicate on that, but thank y'all so much, and I look forward to seeing y'all again. Listen out there to the community. Y'all know the drill. We appreciate you. We love you dearly. But until next time,
Hmm.
bye.
Peace.
Peace, y'all.
Peace.
See y'all.
Take it easy, y'all.